And now it is my great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to invite Mr. Anthony Patrick Chua, representative of the chair of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council 2026, the Philippines, to give his address.
Good morning. It is my distinct and profound honor to represent the ASEAN Business Advisory Council Philippines, headed by our chair, Jose Maria E. Concepcion III, who wish his congratulations and thanks to our good friends in Cambodia, and as I read his message. His Excellency Samdech Muha Borfor Tripade Hun Manay, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Nik Okna Kitmeng, President of the Cambodia Chamber of Commerce and Chair of ASEAN-backed Cambodia, distinguished ministers and members of the Royal Government of Cambodia, Excellencies, fellow ASEAN-backed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor to join you today at the Cambodia ASEAN Business Summit 2026 here in Phnom Penh, a city that reflects both resilience and reinvention. As chair of ASEAN Business Advisory Council 2026 under the Philippine chairship, we carry a unifying theme, advancing prosperity for all. This theme is deeply personal to me. I first served as ASEAN-backed chair in 2017 during the Philippines' previous ASEAN chairship. Nearly a decade later, I return with a stronger conviction that growth must reach the smallest entrepreneur, the farmer in rural communities, the young innovator with a dream. Growth must move from the boardroom to the grassroots. 20 years ago, I founded Go Negosyo, or the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship, to empower micro, small, and medium enterprises. Through mentorship, market access, and financing, we have seen how supporting MSMEs uplifts families and transforms communities. This is the circle of prosperity. When MSMEs grow, they create jobs. When jobs are created, incomes rise. When incomes rise, communities thrive. And when communities thrive, market expand. And when market expand, more businesses grow. Prosperity, hence, must be circular, inclusive, and self-reinforcing. My ASEAN journey is also inspired by my father, Jose Concepcion Jr., who we often called Mr. ASEAN. In 1987, during the Philippine ASEAN chairship, he served as chair of the ASEAN Economic Ministers. He helped found the ASEAN Chambers of Commerce and Industry in the 70s and later chaired ASEAN-backed in 2006. I did not expect that I would succeed him the next time we chaired in 2017, and that I would be continuing the work he helped begin decades earlier. He believed that economic integration strengthens peace and stability. That belief guides us today. Allow me to congratulate Cambodia. Your transformation into a skills-driven, green, and investment-ready economy demonstrates strong leadership and bold reform. Cambodia's Plus One strategy strengthens not only national competitiveness, but ASEAN's collective resilience. And under the Philippine chairship, ASEAN-backed 2026 will advance 4 strategic pillars. These are our 4 Ps aligned with our vision of shared prosperity. First, the inclusion pillar, our people. We focus on MSMEs, women, youth, and human capital development. The greatest investment we can make is in our people. We will champion expanded access to finance, digitalization, AI capacity building, and cross-border market access for MSMEs. We will support lifelong learning and modernize tech Vox systems so that our demographic dividend becomes a productivity dividend. Second sustainability pillar is our planet. This includes green transition, climate resilience, and food security. We believe that food security is economic security. Hence, we revitalize our AFSA initiative, or the ASEAN Food Security Alliance. We are pleased to note that discussions are ongoing to facilitate agribusiness cooperation and partnership between companies from the Philippines and Cambodia. Meanwhile, Cambodia's commitment to green energy and manufacturing illustrate how environmental stewardship and economic growth can move together. Third is the innovation pillar. The third P is for platform. We must accelerate digital infrastructure interoperability and cross-border connectivity, linking payment systems, customs platforms, logistics data, and digital identities across ASEAN. We must enhance trade flows through streamlining regulations, harmonizing standards, and reducing frictions at our borders. And we must ensure that AI and emerging technologies empower MSMEs, not widen the gap. A truly digital ASEAN means that a small entrepreneur in Phnom Penh or Manila can seamlessly access markets, financing, and supply chains across the region. That is real integration. The fourth P is a productivity, or our competitiveness pillar. We must move from isolated national strategies to coordinated regional ecosystems. We must build a unified ASEAN production base that strengthens manufacturing while expanding high-potential industries such as tourism and the creative economy. These sectors generate inclusive employment, empower youth, and showcase ASEAN's cultural richness to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, prosperity for all means no one is left behind. Not the MSME owner, not the rural farmer, not the young graduate seeking opportunity. I am grateful to work alongside my fellow Philippine ASEAN Back Council members, George Barcelon and Michael Tan, and with our strong partners here in Cambodia, led by my good friend Kit Meng, with Sok Piset and Lim So Chit. Together, we share one goal, that is ensuring that ASEAN's growth benefits all our people. ASEAN is home to more than 680 million people. If each of them has a pathway to participate in growth, whether as a worker, an entrepreneur, or innovator, then ASEAN will not simply adapt to global change, but will shape it. Like the Philippines, Cambodia's story shows that transformation is possible. ASEAN's collective story demonstrates that integration works. Our responsibility as business leaders is to ensure that growth translates into dignity, stability, and hope for our people. Let this summit go beyond dialogue. Let it create partnerships. Let it generate investments. Let it inspire reforms. And let it strengthen our shared commitment to that circle of prosperity. Nearly 4 decades after my father contributed to ASEAN's economic vision, and nearly a decade after my first ASEAN-backed chairship, I stand here with renewed faith in our region. Together, let us build an ASEAN where growth is inclusive, integration is deep, sustainability is real, and prosperity truly reaches all. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. We look forward to welcome you all to the Philippines especially for ASEAN Business and Investment Summit in November. And may ASEAN continue to rise stronger, united, and prosperous for all. Again, thank you very much and congratulations, Team Cambodia.